Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about XPath locator in Selenium, an important locator in Selenium, and also a very important topic in the interview point of view. It won't be an exaggeration if I say there is no Selenium interview without a question on XPath. So pay attention. Let us understand XPath with an example. Let me navigate to the official website of Selenium. So till now, whatever we located, right, the web elements, so we used ID, name, tag name, different locators, right? So for example, let me inspect some web element here, downloads. You can see here, it's an anchor tag and we have the link text as downloads. So we can actually use the link text locator to locate this downloads link. Like that, we used different locators to locate different web elements till now, right? Now, sometimes to locate some web elements, we may not be sufficient, these locators may not be sufficient enough for us to locate these web elements exactly. For example, let's inspect this text box where we can actually search for any keyword within this website, search this site. So you can see this is a text box. You can type some text here so that you get the related topic regarding that keyword, whatever you type here, right? So let me navigate to this. Let me locate this web element. You can see something got highlighted here. And if you observe here, it's an input tag. And see here, it's a type equal to search. So we discussed, right? So if we actually try to locate some web element with type, there could be some other element which actually matches with the same type on the web page. Maybe some web elements are hidden. You don't know, right? So if there are multiple elements matching with whatever whatever location or whatever locator you're locating with, then WebDriver, it becomes ambiguity for WebDriver to locate the web element. So you can see here, notice here, type equal to search, class is also not, it again is having like spaces, and we will get that compound classes error exception. So if you observe, there is no other attribute which can actually uniquely identify this uh, search box, right? So in such cases, how do we actually locate the web element? That we are going to discuss now. So if you observe, this is all the HTML code. We call this as the DOM structure, because if you see what is DOM is document object model. So if you see here, this HTML code, the first parental node or the first root node will be HTML, right? So under it, you see there are some child nodes. We can say that as the sub-level tags, or we can simply call it as children of HTML tag, right? So child tags, head and body are the child tags here. And you can see body again has some child tags. You can see header and div are the childs of body. See under header again, there is a nav, which is the child tag of header. Like that, what we can do is we can traverse from the root tag till the tag or till the node which we wanted the web element to be located. For example, let's inspect this element. See, this is the highlighted part which actually locates the search box. Slowly scroll up and you can see it actually starts from HTML. Body is the child tag of HTML, and you can see header is the child tag of body. Like that, we need to traverse from root node till this input tag using all the tags. So how do we write that path? So let me show you that. HTML is the root node, right? And under it, what's the child tag? Body, right? So let me put this into side by side. All right. HTML slash, you can see under HTML, body is the child. Body, why are we taking body? So head is also a child, right? But whatever the web element we wanted to locate, that's present under this body tag. So not immediately, but at some level under body tag. So HTML slash body, you can see under body header slash. So you can just collapse this and verify header, and under header there is a tag called nav, if you observe. So nav slash. So just collapse this and again expand this. You will come to know. So now under nav you can see anchor tag, button, and div are the child tags of nav tag. So you will, if you observe, whatever web element we wanted to locate, it is present in under div tag. So we will write div here. Again under div. So you can see there are multiple child tags. See, ul and div are the tags. But if you observe, whatever we wanted to locate, it's present in div tag. So again div slash. Under div, there is a only child class called span. So let's write span here. Slash under span, we have input tag, which actually uniquely identifies this search box. So input. If you observe, we traverse from the root tag HTML till the input, which is actually the web element we wanted to locate, the search box, right? So this is what we call it as an XML path, as we are traversing from the parent node till the node which we wanted to locate, right? So this whole path, as this we call it as path, as we are traversing from root node till the child node which we wanted to locate, right? And you see each tag is separated by slash. So this whole thing is called the XML path. In simple words, it's called as XPath. So this is what we call it as XPath. And using this, we can actually locate the web element on the web page. Now, let's go back and let's create a class and let's locate this web element using XPath. I'll call my class as XPath Locator. And let's actually get the code of first 3 lines from the previous example, which actually instantiates a WebDriver and launches the Chrome browser. Okay. Now, driver.get navigates to the website which we wanted to navigate, right? So this is the website which we wanted to navigate to. And then we wanted to find the element search box, right? By dot, we'll be using the method called XPath. There is a method called XPath which actually takes a string. And what's the string or what's the parameter? This is the parameter. This is the path which actually uniquely identifies the search box on Selenium website. Right. We located the element, but we wanted to enter some text into that search box. So this returns web element. Let's capture this web element into some object. I'll call this as search box. Import this web element class from Selenium package. And then let's actually input something into that search box. I'm going to provide something called WebDriver. Before that, let's see what we get when we enter WebDriver into it. WebDriver. See, we get the documentation of WebDriver, right? So this is what we wanted to automate now. We identified this web element search box using XPath now, and we wanted to enter something into that input box. We entered as send keys WebDriver, fine. Then we need to enter enter key, right? So we need to press enter key. For that, what we'll do is search box dot send keys dot enter. So what did we do here? We navigated to the Selenium website. We identified the search box using XPath, and we entered some input into that search box. And finally, we actually press the enter key. Let's execute this program and verify what happens. Chrome browser got launched, navigated to the Selenium website, clicked on search box, entered WebDriver, and finally it hit enter, but you see no results here. So if you observe, what happened was immediately after entering this WebDriver, right? So it's very fast. Execution is very fast that it didn't even wait for completing the keyword WebDriver. So it immediately pressed the enter. So that's the reason we are not getting any results. So what do we need to do here is we need to have some sleep or wait time here. Let me add some wait time here. So that what happens is we actually get a time of 2 seconds after entering WebDriver into the search box. And then after 2 seconds, we'll actually press the key enter, so that we'll get the results. As it was very fast, so we are not getting the results. It was not considering the string whatever we entered as WebDriver, as maybe before even entering the whole text, it is actually it actually presses the enter key, right? So we are adding a wait time of 2 seconds in between providing the WebDriver keyword and pressing the enter key. So when we use thread.sleep, so we need to actually either throw the exception or we need to catch it in a try catch block. I just clicked on add throws declaration. Okay, add throws. All right, let me execute the program now. See, now it waits for 2 seconds and this time we see the results, right? The documentation of WebDriver. All right, so this is how we need to use the XPath. But if you observe what we did, we actually navigated or constructed this XPath manually. So there could be some problem if the web element we wanted to locate is like has like many at many levels, or it is present in between the web page, but with many tags before it. So then in that case, traversing to that web element using the tags might become difficult, right? So what is the solution for that? Let's see that now. So right click on this, inspect. Fine, this is fine, right? But how do we actually get this automatically? Till now, we actually manually constructed the XPath. So how do we get this automatically? We can actually get it by right clicking on this highlighted part, copy, and you see copy full XPath here, right? Just click on that and go back here and paste it whatever you copied. So you can see whatever we constructed, we got it from the dev tools. We just right clicked on the highlighted part, copy, and we just clicked on the copy full XPath. And I just did control V or paste here, and you can see it exactly matches what we with what we constructed manually. So no worries, we don't actually need to do construct XPath manually. You can also get the XPath like this using the dev tools. So this is one way, and this is what we call it as full XPath, or this is also called as Absolute XPath. It's mainly called using the word Absolute XPath. Remember that, and we'll come to this why it's called as Absolute XPath. Now there is something called Relative XPath. If you observe, whatever we did was we started constructing the XPath from the root tag from HTML, right? So instead of that, what we can do is, and if you see, it looks like a big XPath starting from the root node till the input tag, right? So what we can do is right click on this highlighted part again from the dev tools, copy, and this time we'll copy XPath, not the full XPath, but just a copy XPath. And let's see what we get here. Now, if you observe, we got some XPath. Let's see the differences. So the first part is it started with 2 slashes, fine, a star here, and something here, which is in square braces. We call this as an attribute, right? And from here, it was the same, like div span input, but this part was replaced with this ID. So what happened here was if you observe, instead of traversing from HTML tag, ID equal to main navbar. If you see here, this was the div where we have ID main navbar. So this is where the ID was unique at this location. So what we can do is we can actually replace the full XPath with this. So if we write ID as main navbar here, right? So it actually directly locates this div, and from here we can actually traverse till the input tag. So it actually looks simple and short XPath than the absolute XPath, right? So this is called as relative XPath, as it is not absolute. So it is, we are not traversing from the root tag, right? So it's only we are getting into some tag which is in between the root tag and the tag which we wanted, which uniquely identifies the web element, and from there we actually constructed the XPath till the tag or till the web element we wanted. That's the reason it's called as relative XPath. So let's actually verify this. We got this from the dev tools. If you observe, let me show you again. Right click, copy XPath, right? So this is how we got it. Now let's go back and let's copy this whole thing, search box web element. Let me comment the first one. This is absolute XPath. Now whatever we wanted to try is called as relative XPath. And this we wanted to replace it with the full XPath. This was the full XPath. I'll remove this. I'll copy the relative XPath here. This is the only change I did. Now let's execute and verify. See, we got the result, right? And you can verify there are no exceptions. So this also works. This is what we call it as relative XPath. Instead of providing the absolute XPath, that is from root tag, HTML tag till the last tag which we wanted to locate, we actually replace some information or some attribute which uniquely identifies the element which across the web page, and then from there we actually complete the XPath or the path till the tag or the web element we wanted to locate, and observe the differences here. So let's go back here and you can see here, right? So the full XPath or absolute XPath, it starts with 1/1 and relative XPath starts with 2/. And whatever can be the beginning of this attribute which uniquely identifies that web element in that web page, so that was replaced, or you can see simply you can say till this part, right? It was replaced with star. In regular expression means it can be anything, but once you find this ID or once you find whatever can be this attribute, try searching the element from this path is what the meaning of this XPath, relative XPath is, right? So this is the meaning. / represents that it is a relative XPath. So WebDriver knows when we actually use 2/, WebDriver knows that it's a relative XPath. Star means it can be anything in the beginning, but once you find this attribute, start locating the element from that location or from that attribute. So this is the meaning of relative XPath, and these are the differences between absolute XPath and relative XPath. All right, now what we'll do is, we already executed with the relative XPath as well, and it worked fine, right? So this is how we can actually get the XPath without writing manually. You can actually get the XPath, either full XPath or the relative XPath from the dev tools. This is what we have seen now, right? Also, we have an extension called SelectorSub. So using the extension also, we can get the XPath. Without this is other way getting it from, we can get it from dev tools, and this is, you can just say it's an alternate way of getting XPath where we have some other advantages. So let's see that now. Just type SelectorSub extension for Chrome. So this extension is available for other browsers as well. Just click on SelectorSub extension plugin and click on add to Chrome, add extension, which adds this extension to your browser. So just wait a minute. So you can see here, the extension got added. So the name of this extension is SelectorSub. So you can see the extension got added here. Just close this and just refresh this page and go to your dev tools, function key F12. You can see the new option SelectorSub here. Earlier it was not there. So you can see here after the accessibility, you can see SelectorSub. So this is a new thing which we got it after getting this SelectorSub extension. Now how are we going to use this extension? Just click on the SelectorSub. Again, inspect this element. And you can see here on the left, whatever the web element is, that gets highlighted on the dev tools. This we know. But this time you can see here on the right, we have some new UI, which is related to the SelectorSub extension. So if you want, you can just click on here and you can enter your work email, or if you're a student, you can just enter your email ID here. So you can see here, you can write your own XPath also here, and then you can actually verify if it is correct or not. And if you wanted to actually locate this web element using the XPath, SelectorSub extension gave you that. You can see here, /input. So it's a relative XPath. REL represents relative XPath. So see, you can see here, it actually used some attribute here to locate the web element. So what all we need to do is just click on this copy icon. It got copied onto your clipboard. You can see here. So this is how it actually identifies this web element. So it is so simple. You just need to inspect your web element, and whatever the options are, like if you want CSS selector also, you have the option to copy it here. You can see the other options here, jQuery, JS path, using class name, Absolute XPath also we have it here. You can see the Absolute XPath as well. Let me copy it here. See, this is the Absolute XPath. If you want Relative XPath, it's there here, right? So let's use both. Let's first use full XPath given by the SelectorSub. So you can also verify it here like this. See, if I enter this, whatever it gave SelectorSub, I just entered the same text here. And when I hit enter, it says one element matching, and the element got highlighted here. You can look at it, right? So let's actually use this full XPath given by SelectorSub. Let me copy this, comment this earlier one, and now let's use the full XPath provided by SelectorSub extension. This is from SelectorSub, right? Let me put it here, SelectorSub full XPath. It's an Absolute XPath, or we can call it as Absolute XPath or full XPath, right? So what did we do here? We installed or added the extension to our Chrome browser. The extension name is SelectorSub, and we just inspected the web element, and we got the full XPath or Absolute XPath of that element. Let's execute this and verify. And now you can see, so the program executed successfully and there are no exceptions. So this worked perfectly. So you can see some difference here. There are no, HTML1, body one, header one in whatever we constructed, but it's like a safe method SelectorSub extension uses to uniquely identify the web element. So HTML1 in the sense, there can be any HTML tags, but I wanted the first tag which is present in the DOM structure. There could be any body tags under HTML, but I wanted the first one is what this represents, the one within the square braces, right? So this is about getting Absolute XPath from SelectorSub. Now let's get it Relative XPath from SelectorSub extension. Let me comment this out and let's provide the Relative XPath. Let's go back. We have the Relative XPath here. So let's copy this and just replace this Absolute XPath with Relative XPath from SelectorSub extension. So we have some, UTF for ASCII character here, right? So that's the reason we got this error. Save could not be completed. So some characters are using CP125 character encoding. So just say save as UTF-8. We wanted those characters to be saved as UTF-8. Right. So now we located this web element using Relative XPath using SelectorSub extension. Okay. Now let me execute this and verify. Done. So this also worked if you observe. What did we do? We just installed the extension and then, we just got the XPath from SelectorSub extension. You can also locate this element using other locators as well here. And one more advantage here is you can actually construct your own XPath and put it here in this test box and verify if it is highlighting the element whichever you wanted to locate, so that you'll know prior that if whatever you're locating is matching with multiple elements or is it uniquely identifying the element, right? So this is how you can actually use this extension for. So there are two ways. You can either use DevTools or you can use this SelectorSub extension, and this extension is available for other browsers as well. And for more information on SelectorSub, you can actually visit the official website of SelectorSub. So this is all about XPath in Selenium. And also we have seen the differences between Absolute XPath and Relative XPath. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.